Romantics are always suckers. Any sap in Hollywood knows it's always a movie. Julian Schnabel, why not smitten? Said Art, keep a straight face. Pass on the love. The little pop is the difference. Keep your eye on the big picture. If Marlowe had stood on his head, he'd have seen that undertone of box office lust. Sure, entertainment was fine for Roche and him. Roche worried about keeping his handicap down. He didn't worry about art. Marlowe couldn't help but to entertain the Blue Onion. His dad made people feel welcome at the door, as did his uncle. They didn't like everyone, but wanted everyone happy. You have to be an entertainer to do that. Art was a higher aspiration. Was a franchise sellout with an ownership share always Art's plan? Or an unexpected turn in the work, organic to the process? Marlowe was a keen disciple, gone where only party pros dare go. He'd embodied Smittonism. The long goodbye to Bonga Bonga. Bonga. James Bonga. This raised doubts. Was Smittonism a folly? Another no there in his underwear, wrong track escapade with him as the fall guy? Why was it always so hard to see the obvious? And if Smittonism was a joke, was it a good joke or a bad joke? Could a joke be art? Round and around, so many facets. And you can be sure Art Smitten stirred the pot, as only Smitten, with a copyright C, knew how. He'd haunted pirate dens with oily gadabouts and freebooters on the wild side, and knew their argot, and delighted in their crafty stratagems. I'm a devil, pretty Polly, put on the kettle, make us a pot of tea. Art cooked a mean brew, spices, herbs, subtle bon mots, glitter, gloss, sparkle, a brewhouse brew guaranteed to cause vivid visions. Art stirred up such a tizzy, the art press got dizzy. This mockery was not fool's gold, but 24-carat investment quality art. And he did this deftly, with rakish grace and patent-pending double-triple twists. And when the billionaires swooped in for the killing, Art anonymously tweeted that some future starlet stalking Steve Mnuchin was the producer, and blue ruins were being served in the White House, detonating the predictable Twitter spasm where he was debunked as a skunk. Perceptive art or manure de jour. Marlowe knew not to judge. Art's a shaky racket in the best times, and a movie sequel for a first-timer is always murder. So you gotta wish Art well. He's a pal, a goat man who knows how to dance the goat dance. Maybe Marlowe could conjure up Brad Pitt for a cameo. Note, we speak of Art Smitten here, a persona not the same as Smarty, the cosmic trickster, the shapeshifter, the magic drifter, Mr. Alchemy Schmalchemy, ace of the absurd, dabbler in the art of kooky-ooky, in fact, a master. And Marlowe knew this whole abracadabra deal at bottom was a prequel to the next party. Said Smarty to Marlowe later, the thugs loved Balzac ale, the tang of dill, and they and the Bongo Boys were the only ones who drank it. It was pickle brine, but they loved the taste and thought cool people were drinking ale by the pail, and wouldn't believe the only one who got pickled was some guy who bought a watercolor from Jill. But my graphics were everywhere, and people believed. That is art. That is simulacrum. It was never about the thing. It was about the pixels, until the pixels got so famous, a wall behind a bar became a commodity. And when your agent is Tiger Brown, who has friends in the Crimea, things can get dicey. I offered a sketch for the third wall, a streak of brown, but the thugs took offense. Interesting times, the future. There are a few other surprises as well. They have a gizmo like a microwave that cools instead of heats. Put coffee in for 30 seconds and it comes out cold. As to art, Marlowe, what's on the up and up, what's on the low down, it's all blurred. What future critics will call art of the deal art. I don't think about it. I show up, I inhabit the moment. I am a camera. I see what I see. I am what I am. I look straight ahead. I don't turn away. I point and I click. But Navigating hyper-surrealism is not easy peasy. The obvious is sometimes so obvious, if it bit you, you wouldn't know you'd been bitten. So, invest big in bug spray, buddy. Bugs got bigger in the future. Pack mosquito netting. And dig the new party house, another write-off by Bonga Corp. Said the Bonga Times, Bonga Corp booted, Mr. Boots rebooted. And there's a room for you, Marlowe, with a shower for your mats and a shed for your orchids. As to me, when 5 whirlwinds whirled over the waters, it was time to get in the wind. No sticking around for crystal knock, and I don't envy the Rohingya. I'm wiping down my DNA, and by the time you get here, I'll be dust. No prince. You'll chase my shadow with your usual serendipity, because chasing phantoms is what you do, Marlowe. The script's waiting in your dressing room, and I left a tin of those biscuits you like. Marlowe did like those biscuits, and as to chasing phantoms, he'd have to give that some thought, or not. Am I out of my mind up a tree? It could be. Fade in. No new under sun. Petty tyrant whips up tribal hatred. Not new. Greed and barbarism and unholy alliances in the name of expedience. Not new. This too shall pass. What is new? Nefertiti. 10,000 Nights of Love. What have I learned, Smacksterns? Said Smarty. I've learned 9 sides are nifty, 9 sides are fine. Without love, there's no getting to 10. You're a penny short of a dime. Says the glove, love is the 10th power, love is the lucky dime. Marlowe, I leave the glove with you. Tweak the brand, update it. Would Marlowe wear a love glove? No. But he'd paint love glove for Zigmar Polke, the word Liebe, and 39 bubbles. There'd be confetti with champagne glasses. Zect Verala, said Smarty. Seek sapience, be wise, suffer compassion. Make art that's new, with ever-shifting perspectives. Art with heart.